Welcome to the Technobi channel. Decades ago America United really depend on foreign oil, but after America discover new technologies in the drilling of the country's oil mines, these superpowers turned into producers the world's largest energy. And here is that technology America uses in extracting its oil. The United States of America is a country large, requiring many resources, energy such as oil and gas to drive the industrial sector. In the 1970s to the 2000s, America imports a lot of oil and gas on Russia as well as Saudi Arabia, which has abundant oil and gas reserves. But in 2008 oil production, the United States is starting to increase, and the next 7 years of oil production, the United States is experiencing the largest increase in American history. American oil imports fell from 12.5 million barrels per day in 2005 to 4.7 million barrels per day on 2015, and then this America started exporting even finished products, crude oil to market. According to data from Energy Restat, mentions that America is estimated have more oil reserves, much more than Saudi Arabia and Russia. More than 50% of its oil reserves remaining in America is unconventional seal oil. Data in 2017, there are approximate 2,459 trillion cubic feet of shale deposits, oil and gas located throughout America. The union of such things makes production. This American oil is in the tens of millions barrels per day, beat Russia and Saudi Arabia. Even in some areas that have oil and gas shale deposits in the United States, to get the designation as Arabic United States of America, where is the reserve oil and gas in the region is enough to supplying the United States for more than 80 years. Different from oil and gas mining, conventional oil and natural gas mined in America, this is trapped on the seal and rock formations. This existence is much deeper than conventional oil and gas mines. In the United States, production of gas cells and shale oil for the new industry begins in the 1970s, but drilling it is still less economical. New on 1988, Michel Energy develops a new technology called sleek waterfly or tracking. This tracking uses technology, horizontal drilling and technology, hydraulic fracturing to get oil and gas. With this technology, encouraging massive oil exploration and non-conventional natural gas, viz. The phenomenon became known as the shale revolution that makes United States as an energy producer the biggest in the world and make United States economic growth increased rapidly. In Indonesia itself, development, the potential for gas cells is also hot. Discussed is known to Indonesia have total gas cell speculation reached 574 trillion cubic feet, spread all over Indonesia. This oil and gas cell can be a potential for Indonesia's future energy. But to explore this oil and gas cell, more difficult and requires technology qualified rather than exploring conventional oil and gas. Outline of the mining process. Silmi gas is by doing vertical drilling several kilometers deep. Then the drill bit will turn automatically horizontally at a certain depth to reach the shale rock location where the shale is. Oil and gas located, and drilling process horizontally takes time, several weeks to several months, depending on the location where the gas lease is located. When the shale well has been processed, next is to explore shale gas using hydraulic fracturing. In the process of perforating gun will be lowered into the well bore. When you arrive at the perforating gun location, this is then fired cashier rock, and the shot causes cracks in the trock cells. for further drilling of wells. Injected with a special liquid, pressurized water consisting of sand and certain injectable chemicals, it will create oil and gas. Will come out of the crack and process. This tracking is done several times. After that, at each location, tracking is given a temporary plug which serves to prevent the flow of oil and the gas comes out too fast when cracking process has been completed all. Then the temporary plug issued so that the flow of oil and gas will exit to the drilling well and oil and gas that comes out will flow to distribution pipe leading to the separator where the separation of gas and water. Then the oil and gas will processed again to get the product else that can be used. With the discovery of non-mining methods, such conventional mine, oil and gas in America is hiring hundreds of thousands of people, even many too. New companies emerge in this smart industry. Starting from 2004 to 2018, recorded more than 350,000 jobs created in all regions of the United States. America's oil and gas production also increased, have a positive impact on residents. America itself, where in 2019, average family in the United States have savings of 2,500 or around 36.2 million rupiah per year. Until finally in 2020 Russia sparked an oil price war with the Arabs. Saudi, it makes oil prices world experienced a drastic decline. Different from conventional mining, like the Arabs and Russians have, oil and gas cell production costs are more expensive than conventional mines, and the decline in oil prices is making companies operating in the field has suffered a loss. Plus, when it happened, corona pandemic around the world it makes the airline industry, cruise ships and various other industries, those who need oil and gas, suffer losses. Almost all countries are experiencing lockdown during a pandemic, so demand world oil also declined drastically. As a result, many companies are engaged in the field of cells is not only loss but also broke. Apart from that, in America itself the process fracking is widely opposed by the environmental activists and local communities, because the tracking process requires water in large quantities. That water used, it reaches 1.5 up to 16 million gallons of water for tracking each gas well. Even in some countries in Europe, like in England some time ago, this cracking process was banned, used in extracting natural gas in the UK. Even though the cracking process in oil and gas cells, this reaps many pros and cons. However, if the cell megas mine is stopped, there will be a shortage of supply oil and gas in the United States, and it will bring America back imports natural gas from Russia and the Middle East.